Well, thanks for clicking on another Dirt Road Outdoors TV episode here on YouTube. On this episode, we're heading to South Dakota with co-host Ryker Bergo. He's got a bunch of big bucks on the hit list. Let's see how this turns out. This segment of Dirt Road Outdoors TV is brought to you in the memory of Hunter Wayne Bergo. Gone too early, but never will be forgotten.
First night out here in South Dakota. The outfitter here has been seeing a huge 190-inch deer. Should be a great year to hunt out here, and just really excited to be here. First night here, the wind was wrong for the stand I wanted to go in, so I got up on a high knob and wanted to get a good vantage and put a decoy out and decided to see if that big boy would come out. Sat back, and it was about an hour and a half before dark. Doe was at the decoy and wouldn't leave. It was like its long lost brother. Sometimes two decoys is better than one. Had a small buck come and didn't really know what to think of that decoy. Today not much came in, and hopefully tomorrow the wind's changing and go to that bean field where they've been seeing that big deer and hopefully get a chance at that 190. It's a brand new day and see what we can do. Sprayed down with lethal, the wind is right, it's hitting me in the face. It should be an awesome night. .545 and first doe steps out into the field, and I look back and a big 10-pointer. Right at last light, a big 9-pointer steps out onto the field. If I was hunting anywhere else, I would have shot that big old buck. But I'm waiting for that 190s, and I got it passed.
This segment is brought to you by Love of the Hunt Outfitters, New Mexico's premier big game outfitter.
Right away the next morning, there was a big old 8-point working up a scrape. Another really old, mature buck. Another one that was, if it was in Minnesota, I'd be taking a dirt nap. About 20 minutes later, a nice 125-inch 10-pointer comes into a mock scrape that I put out earlier that day. After about 15-20 minutes of watching that 125 and the year-and-a-half-old buck, they moved on out and went back to bed, and that was the end of that hunt. Had to head home and get some work done, and I plan on coming right back out next weekend. It's already been an awesome week. Killed a 195 in Wisconsin. Hoping to make it 2 190s in 1 week. Got set up on that same bean field, and deer started rolling out. Here come that same 150-inch 10-pointer. A few minutes later, 2 young bucks step out and they start sparring in front of me. It's kind of fun watching them. After I turned myself to the right after watching these bucks spar, and there was a buck that come out on the field. 90% of his velvet was still on. It was pretty cool to see. Getting to the end of October, it's pretty rare to see them still in velvet. Sitting here filming this velvet buck, and out of nowhere I look up and here steps out that 190. Trying to run my camera and get everything set up and trying to grip my bow, and he walks out at 75 yards, and that was the closest he came. Hit the grunt call a few times and never even turned his head. What a monster. Hopefully he works his way my way before it gets dark. Even though I didn't get a shot at him, it's still cool just to see bucks that big.
Pipeline Ridge, northern Pennsylvania's premier whitetail and exotic preserve.
Pipeline does it all.
I hunt Pipeline Ridge, and you should too.
We hunted the rest, now we hunt the best.
True.
Whether you're looking for the hunt of a lifetime or just a weekend getaway, give the guys at Pipeline Ridge a call.
There seems to be a lot of time and effort spent planting food plots, but sometimes with poor results. Yes, it can be bad seed, but most of the time it's simply a lack of following planting instructions. Although we can't control rainfall, we can control things like plant depth and plant dates. Also, use of exclusion cages is a very important tool to use. It allows us to see what forages grow well in our area and what mixes are compatible, and ultimately the usage by our deer.
This segment is brought to you by the Associate Group, ensuring family, business, and the transportation industry for over 3 generations. Hey, welcome back to the show. We're still out in South Dakota with Ryker Bergo, where he's seen a ton of big bucks. It's just a matter of time before he connects on a giant.
Back out here in South Dakota. It's first week in November. The wind has been wrong, so we've had to sit on the other side of the farm. I don't know how much longer I can wait for that 190 class deer. If anything mature comes by, I have to fling an arrow. They've been seeing good deer on this side of the farm too. It ain't very far. So hopefully we can get a deer on their feet today and get them moving. Just as getting camera light, I looked down and I had 2 bucks at 30 yards. I don't know what it is about that 150, but it seems like everywhere I go on the farm, he follows me. I'm back out here in South Dakota. It's the first week in November. Bucks are just getting on their feet. As you can see, I just had that same 10-pointer. I think he follows me around the farm. Just come in with another small buck. It's good seeing deer moving. Only problem with him, he's probably only a 4-year-old, and I would like something about 5 years old or older. I look up, about 100 yards out, there's a big 11-point coming my way. The buck's out at 100 yards on a trail that doesn't come by the stand, and I figured the only way to get his attention is give a grunt. I give a couple grunts and a couple doe bleats, and he turns and he starts heading right towards the stand. Buck comes, stops at 50 yards. Now it's just up to me to make the shot. After I watched that buck pile up, I called the outfitter, and him and Devin come out and helped me retrieve that buck. Being the rookie I am, I forgot to turn the camera on. I handed it to the outfitter, and so I did the whole interview with no sound. After I got out of stand and got down there and was able to put my hands in the deer, he's bigger than I thought. He was mainframe 11 with some stickers and scored in the 160s, and my outfitter thought he was 5.5 to 6.5-year-old deer. All in all, it was a great hunt. I'm taking the 160s back home to Minnesota with me. Already looking forward to next year to come out to South Dakota. Maybe I'll get a chance to see what that 190 grows into next year.
Man, what an awesome hunt. You know, South Dakota is definitely one of them sleeper states, one you don't hear a whole lot about, but, you know, Ryker showed you on this episode there's a ton of big bucks out there, and, you know, persistence paid off for him. 3 weeks of hunting, got a shot at a big old giant South Dakota buck. Don't get much better than that right there.